gathering content for a story. Freedom of the press, sir.
Freedom of the press.
I'm an independent
requires
journalist.
Identification.
No, it does not.
It absolutely does.
You're 100% wrong.
So help and prove me wrong with that. Let's wait at the front desk.
I would love to educate you on the subject. I was demanding to see identification from me. He's demanding to see identification from me without reasonable articulable suspicion I've committed a crime. He's telling me to take it to court. I would like, as a supervisor, for you to de-escalate the situation a little bit. Sergeant, just think rationally for a minute. How can they demand me to produce ID when you, as a sergeant of a police department, have no authority to demand ID from me? Does that make sense to you? Come on, let's think logically here. Hey, what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Today we are at City Hall in the city of New Rochelle, New York. We are here today to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, and to ensure that our public officials respect and honor that right. Let's get into it. Hey, how are you?
Can I help you?
No, I don't need help right now. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
You have to sign in. You're going to come into the building, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Shoot. How you doing?
How you doing, man?
So it's okay for him not to sign it?
He's an employee.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So if you want to come in, you got to sign in, okay?
So we got the finance department, tax collection and assessments.
Hey, can I help you?
Director of Finance. Hey, how are you?
Hey, hello. Can you turn that off, please?
Huh?
Can you turn that off, please?
No, I'm recording.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Who are you from?
What do you mean? Who am I from?
Well, you're recording, so, just need to know who's in the building.
Yeah, I signed in on the sign-in sheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what company are you with?
Oh, I'm independent.
Okay, and you're recording for...
I'm gathering content for a story I'm working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just need to know who's in the building, that's all.
Yeah, sure. Have a nice day.
You too.
Department of Finance.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Is there a reason that we're doing this?
That I'm doing what?
Recording?
Recording? Yeah, there's a reason, for sure.
Can we ask you why?
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist. Sure. Can I get your name?
My name is Anna.
Anna, nice to meet you, Anna.
Nice to meet you.
And your name?
Tracy Jackson.
Tracy. Nice to meet you, Tracy.
And your name?
My name's Sean.
Sean?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Just filming. I'm gathering content for a story. That's all.
Was it approved by anybody?
No, it doesn't need to be approved by anybody, no.
Well, not approved, but I was just curious if, you
No,
spoke
I
to
haven't.
someone in the district.
No, I haven't spoken to anybody here, except for you guys, Anna and Tracy. First people I spoke to.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, tell us a little bit about the story. Maybe we can help.
A number.
No, I'm just gathering content right now. Thank you, though. Excuse me, ma'am.
That's okay. Okay.
All right, thank you. Hey, how are you? Good. Good. No, I don't need help. Thank you, though. Can I turn my camera off?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's recording. Yeah, why?
I'm just wondering who's coming to the office.
Oh no, yeah, no. I'm just walking around filming. That's what I'm doing. I'm an independent journalist. Who are you?
Let me ask who you are first. Can you turn that off?
No, I'm not gonna turn it off. No. But who are you?
And you who?
No, I want to know who I'm
ID.
speaking with.
I'm
ID?
What's that?
You want ID?
Yeah, I'm just you're coming through our office filming.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna give you any ID.
Why not?
I don't even know who you are.
I'm one of the
You could just be
administrators here.
You're an
district
administrator
office,
in the district office?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Your name is?
My name is Mr. Kern.
Mr. Kern?
I'm just trying to.
My name's Mr. Reyes.
Okay, because everybody says somebody's walking through here with a
Nice to
camera.
meet you.
Nice
Yeah.
to meet you. But
Yeah.
you know,
Are you gonna grab my camera?
I'm not going to grab anything.
Oh, okay. I thought it looked like you were for a second.
No,
Let's say, whoa.
Oh, no, I was just wondering. Somebody's walking through my office with a camera. I want to know.
Yeah. No.
And who you're with and
I
what you're
was
doing
in
here.
your office,
You were up in the hallway here, which is where my office is.
but I wasn't in your office.
I didn't say you were in my office. I said you were in the
you
area
just
where
said
my
that.
office was.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make it clear. I didn't go in any offices for
I
sure.
just wanted to make sure who's coming through our office here with
Yeah. With recording?
recording. Yes,
Yeah. That would be me.
that would be you. Do you have any ID that we know who you are?
No, I'm not going to provide you with any ID.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you. Hi. How are you?
Are you leaving or?
No, I'm not leaving.
I
No.
think if you don't provide us with ID, although it is a public space,
Yeah,
this is a
uh-huh.
government building.
Okay.
So you have to have a reason and a purpose for being here,
Okay.
or at least provide ID when asked.
So I need a reason or to provide ID to be here.
Correct.
Okay.
So-
And what was your name?
My name is Dr. Corey Reynolds. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources.
Okay, your assistant superintendent,
Yeah,
human
so
resources.
do you have any ID
Corey Reynolds.
that we can-
No, I'm not going to provide you guys with any
So
ID.
I'll help you out.
No, I'm not going to leave either. I have business to conduct here.
And your business is with whom?
I don't want to disclose that to you guys. You guys, even though you've been respectful, it just, I'm not getting a good vibe off you guys. So it's like, as far as you guys are trying to kick me out or tell me I need to leave or provide ID, those are all things that, I'm not in agreement with any of that stuff.
Understood. So please know the police is on their way.
Okay.
I'll help you out with that. So
Yeah,
we can
so
wait for them at the front desk.
the police are going to help me out?
Yeah, we can wait for them at the front desk. I'll wait.
I mean, you could wait wherever you like. Yeah.
And so you could as well. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you to walk with me down to the
Hi, ma'am.
front desk.
Hi.
So
Oh,
let's,
I met you already? Nice to meet you again.
let's walk down to the front desk and we can wait right by security.
For what? Why do I have to wait by security? I don't understand, sir.
Because
Excuse me,
until
sir.
Yeah.
Since you didn't sign in and follow our protocols correctly,
I
have
did.
to ask you to leave.
I did sign in.
No, you sign as good citizen. That's not signing in.
How
We
do you
need your
know?
name.
How would you know that?
Because we looked in the book because people are concerned you're walking around the building with a camera.
But how would you know that that's not my name? I don't understand.
Okay,
Well,
so
we
you
wouldn't
can prove
know-
to me by showing me your license.
we wouldn't
Well,
know
let's calm
because
down.
we need
Let's
to-
calm down here.
We've
There's
already
no-
asked you for ID. You haven't
Yeah,
provided
but
that.
you're not a law enforcement officer, and
Sir,
to be
as-
frank, a law enforcement officer couldn't even ask me for my ID without me breaking a law, which I'm not breaking any
But if you're
laws.
trespassing, it is.
How am I trespassing? I
because
have
this is a-
business here. I'm an independent journalist
So
gathering
what is your
content.
business and with whom do you have that business?
I have business with every department here. I'm gathering content for a story. Freedom of the press, sir.
Freedom of the press.
I'm an independent
requires
journalist.
identification.
No, it does not.
It absolutely does.
You're 100% wrong.
So help and prove me wrong with that. Let's wait at the front desk.
I would love to educate you on the subject. I
Please,
would.
let's walk down this way.
Okay. And just you calm down, because
Oh, no, I'm calm.
you came over here like a
No,
like,
I was looking for you because everybody around the building is asking questions. So
Yeah.
I checked the book.
anybody
I
who's
was
asking me a question, I've answered their question.
Right. So
Well, okay,
again,
that's
I'm going
fine.
to ask
But
if we can go
like I
down to
said,
the
you
front
didn't
desk.
follow protocol because you didn't
I
sign
did.
your name. So your name, that's your name. That you're gonna go with that as your name.
I just put it in the book. That's you told me to sign in. I signed in, and I'm not gonna. So how do you know that it was even me that signed that? You know what I mean? I signed the book. That's all I know. Signed it
Okay,
in
so
front.
you could confirm when we go
I
back down
signed
in the book that
I
where you
signed the
signed.
book. I signed the book. As per your protocols here, I didn't have to. This is a public building. Why should I have to give out my personal
Because of
information to?
COVID-19, sir.
Yeah, I
There's
understand.
protocols.
And I followed them. And I followed
Okay,
them.
so
Again, I'm going to ask you to go down to the front desk. I'll
Okay.
wait with you.
I mean, you could follow me around if you'd like. Or
No,
did you
no,
already?
no, we're
gonna
gonna
ask you to
notify
go
the
to
police and see what
front
the police
desk.
say because
Okay. So are the
a lot of
police
people
on?
are nervous
For what purpose?
because you're walking around
We
with a
have
camera and
no, we
nobody
don't have any
understands.
idea of your intent.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
don't have any idea of who you are.
I've
You
been,
said that
I've
you
been
have-
more than,
hold on one
I've been
second.
more than cordial with you guys. I've told you
I've been
my
respectful,
intent.
so I'm gonna ask if you allow me to finish.
Sure, sure.
You also said that you have business in this building.
Correct,
In
yeah.
order to have business in this building, you have to have an appointment,
Yeah.
and you have to have a direct person with whom you're gonna have contact.
I have many direct people that I
You
have to have
haven't made an
contact.
appointment with anybody.
I don't
my
need to make
knowledge.
an appointment.
I think you do, sir.
Why would I need to make an appointment?
Because you're walking around.
This is
a
open to the public.
institution. It is not open to the public.
It sure
is a
is.
public building, but
That's
it is not
open.
open to the
It's
public.
open to the. I don't want to. You know, it's. I don't want to argue with you about what is and what. Like you said, I have to have
Okay.
papers to be a journalist and stuff like that. You know, that's not true either. But like I said, I'm sure when law enforcement. Did you call law enforcement?
I'm assuming that we did, yes.
Law
So
enforcement
again,
has been called.
We're gonna ask
Okay,
you to wait
great.
at the front desk.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna take a walk around, and when law enforcement gets here,
Then
I'll talk
they
to
can
them,
escort
okay.
you around anywhere that you like, but you're gonna wait at the front desk now until they come.
okay. Under what authority do you have to tell me to do anything? I don't
Because
understand.
You're looking at two assistant superintendents of the school
Uh-huh.
district.
Are you a superintendent too, ma'am?
I am the assistant superintendent of student
Okay,
services.
of student services.
So
What's your
you're-
name, sir?
He won't
My
provide his
name-
name. His
I-
name is Good Citizen.
I did provide my name.
Good citizen's your name.
I just told you. No, I just told you what my name was.
No, what was that?
You didn't catch it?
No, I didn't.
I told you what my name was.
What
I'm
was it?
asking, what is it? I'm sorry. I just.
Yeah, no, feels a little bit too confrontational for me at the moment. I've been
You're
very,
walking with a
I've been,
reporter.
and that's confrontational? How is that
So again, we're
confrontational?
gonna
You're
ask you to
walking
wait
up
at
to
the
people
front
with a
desk.
camera. They're
I'm not-
asking you simple questions, and you keep on deferring.
Because I don't have to answer any
Okay,
questions.
so we're just gonna wait for the police then.
I mean,
There's no reason to keep on having a discussion. And when you.
but I've
simply
told you my
don't
purpose. I've told
Okay,
you
so
what
can
my,
we wait at the security desk? Wait for
I've
the
told you
police, so
everything.
can
I'm
talk
not
to
just
the
being,
police?
I technically don't have to answer any questions if you, that you
Understood.
guys,
And
but
we don't.
I'm trying to put you at ease so you know I'm an
And
independent
trying to put
journalist.
everybody else at
I'm
ease.
gathering
We're gonna
content for a
ask you to
story.
wait at the front desk until
But for
the
what
police-
purpose?
Because that would make me feel better.
It would
As
make
an
you feel
employee
better?
that works in this building,
For what?
I have a right to feel safe.
So the officers are here to make sure that we are all.
Over here, officer.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
What's going on?
Nice to meet you guys.
Court Runner's Assistant Superintendent, Human Resources. This gentleman who has provided the name of Good Citizen that's signed in at the front desk has been walking around the building going into confidential areas of the building.
That's not
How are
true.
you?
All he's been-
How you doing, sir?
Can you
He says
come
he's a
in?
part-
Sure, I'll come talk to you. No problem.
he's a journalist. He has a-
What's going on today? Why are we?
No, nothing. I'm an independent journalist officer.
Okay.
Can I just know, can I get your name and your badge so I know
Yeah,
who I spoke
Bustamante.
to?
I'll give you all the information at the end, but I need to know why you're here.
Okay, yeah, I'm an independent journalist,
Okay.
gathering content for a story, exercising my First Amendment right, freedom of press. That's
Yep.
all. I'm just gathering content for a story. I'm not going into restricted areas or
Hold on,
anything
hold on.
like that.
That is fine. You're allowed to do that, but you
Yeah.
need to sign in with a name.
I did sign in.
No, with a name.
I did sign in.
With your name.
But I did.
No, you didn't. Your first name and your last name.
Yeah, but why would you think that my first name's not good and my last name's not
Okay, do you have an
citizen?
ID on you?
But you can't ask me for ID unless I've broken a law, sir. You have to have
Sir.
reasonable articulable suspicion I've
Do you have
committed a
an ID?
crime.
You need to sign in, otherwise
How
they're
you doing,
saying you're
sir?
trespassing.
Okay, so I'm gonna go sign. I'm gonna go sign in.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're
no
saying
problem.
what you wrote wasn't true, correct?
What? No, I don't know. I just
Okay.
signed in.
Okay.
That's all.
This is how it works, okay?
Yeah.
Firstly, I'm going to say I'm a police officer.
I understand
have
that.
to ask you your name. If you give me false information, that's a crime. That's
Oh,
punishable by arrest.
I know that.
Okay.
I know
So
that.
what is your name?
One second. Are
No,
you?
what is your name,
Are
sir?
you telling me? Are you ordering me?
No, I'm telling you, you have to provide a name that is accurate.
No,
so
but
you're telling me your
I'm
name
not.
is good
I'm
Samaritan.
not telling you anything.
Okay.
I'm not
what
telling
is
you
your
anything.
What is your name?
But are you ordering me to give me your name?
Right now, you need to give ID to be in this building. Yes,
I have to give you my ID to be in this building.
correct. That's
Or-
why we have security with a.
Okay, but I don't understand. If you can't get my ID, listen. I want to be reasonable here, but
You're
if
not
you,
being reasonable.
I'm
You're
trying
being,
to
you're being
be.
a problem
But how?
because you didn't sign in. You bypassed security.
I
and the
went
officer-
right to security. I told him what I was doing.
Did he bypass you?
No, he's not the security guard I spoke to.
He's the front security guard.
So-
No, there was another gentleman
I don't
there.
know what you're talking about. Okay.
So if you
I was
don't,
on a
I don't
lunch.
understand.
Okay.
But
He was on lunch. He just explained it to
walking
you.
into the building.
I'm talking to him. Thank you.
I was
I
walking into the
mean,
building. I was walking to go further downstairs
Mm-hmm.
because I was on lunch. I noticed he passed the desk.
Okay.
He was recording, which was fine.
Okay.
But I asked the guy who was sitting at the desk, did he sign in? He said no. So we called for him to come back. He came back. I asked him to sign the book, and then he could go on his merry
Okay.
way wherever he wanted to go.
So what?
He said okay.
Does he need to provide his real name to come into City Hall?
The procedure is because of COVID-19
Mhm.
that you have to sign your name,
Okay.
he have to give at least a phone number or email for contact tracing.
Okay.
So I got a call from the guy at the desk saying this
Dude.
gentleman.
And if he
Several
doesn't
people
provide,
call.
and if he doesn't provide that, what happens?
They're not allowed in the building.
Okay. So you're not allowed in the building. So we can go to the front unless you can provide him that information.
Not allowed in the
Okay.
building. You don't follow protocol.
Well, I gave my number. I'm gonna go to the desk now.
Okay.
Take a look. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what she's doing.
I want to wait till she's finished. So I don't understand what it was, you know.
We explained it to
but
you.
you guys, no, but you
No, we
guys.
explained it to you.
What I'm saying is that you guys have no reasonable articulable suspicion
That's fine.
to
Take
get
it
my
to court. That's
ID.
fine. Take
You
it to
don't.
court. Take it to court. That's fine.
I mean, I do it all the time.
Okay,
I would
no
hate.
problem.
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
It'll be in the police report.
Wow.
It'll be in the police report. You're offended by
I
that?
could no.
It'll be in the police
it's not
report.
that I'm. It's just that it's
You're
courtesy to
confused a
identify
lot. It's
yourself
fine.
as
They're
a.
asking you for your information. That's it.
Hey, Sarge, may I have a word with you, please?
You can have it.
Yeah, sure. So I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story. I'm in here. They're telling this officer is demanding to see identification from me.
But anyway.
He's demanding to see identification from me without reasonable articulable suspicion I've committed a crime. He's telling me to take it to court. I would like, as a supervisor, for you to de-escalate the situation a little bit because they came in a little hot. And as you know, I do not have any legal obligation to provide you with any sort of identification or identifying information, sir. So I'm exercising a First Amendment right peacefully. I've communicated to them what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything underhanded. You have a lot of police officers here. You know, as you can see, I'm not a threat. But things could be handled differently. This officer right here came in hot and started, you know, demanding things of me, saying I was going to be arrested. You know, I don't appreciate that. I want to just peacefully gather my content for my story here, sir. That's all I want to do.
Well, what's your story?
My story's on City Hall, sir. I don't want to disclose. I don't want to disclose further detail because I haven't published it yet.
Of course.
I haven't published
Just
it
like
yet.
you claim you have the right. I can't. You shouldn't have the right to know what your story's about.
But
Especially
you
then,
don't,
if
though.
you're gonna videotape people
Yeah.
in the building.
But this is
why
a
not tell us
this is a
why?
public
No, it's
building.
not. You have to provide your name.
This is a public building.
You have to provide your name.
This is a public
You have to
building.
provide your name.
Why don't you want your name known?
No, I don't. It's not that I want my name known. It's not about that. He's
Good-
asking for
good-
identification.
But Good Samaritan, that's not a normal thing to do.
I understand that, but they could still call me. This is my private rights. I have a Fourth Amendment right to protect myself from searches and seizures of my identity. So, like I said, this is unconstitutional. And all I'm asking is, I signed in, I gave a name, and I gave a contact information. I understand for COVID, they don't need to know my real name, sir. There is no legal. You guys are not policy enforcement. You guys are law enforcement. You guys shouldn't enforce policies.
You're right, but you need to provide your name to be in the building. So if you don't want to do that, then you have to.
Yeah, but they cannot violate my constitutional
No one
right.
is.
And
They
yes, they
asked for
are.
your name because-
Giving up my name is violating my
Okay, well, then
constitutional
they're
right.
asking you to leave. That's it.
But I also have a right to be in this building and conduct business. Yes, I do. This is a taxpayer.
An address and phone number.
Sir, you're
He just told you
mistaken.
that. I'm not
You're
mistaken. He
mistaken,
just told
sir.
you that. They're asking you to leave. That's
I
it. That's all it
understand,
is.
but they cannot ask me to leave unless I've committed a crime. I have
No,
not committed a crime.
There's policies for this building. If you're not meeting the
But
policies, you
if
have
there
to
was
leave.
also policies back in the day saying colored people couldn't go into restaurants, doesn't mean that
What
made
does
them
that have
right.
to do with anything?
Because it doesn't make them right. That's
Are you?
all.
Do you take any medicine?
Yeah. How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Come on, don't be
Listen,
offensive like that,
listen,
man.
Listen,
Stop
guy,
it.
guy,
De-escalation.
guy, hello, de-escalation. Okay, you see everybody that's here.
Yeah, I know.
We're just trying to follow the rules. Basically, if you don't follow the rules, you have to leave the building.
But I
And that's-
gave
listen,
a name, sir.
Right, but we need ID. We need identification. Everybody here has identification.
Sergeant, if you as a law enforcement officer cannot demand ID from me, what makes you think that you as a security guard could? He's a law enforcement officer and he can't get my identification.
Well, we're trying to de-escalate this situation.
Me
but
too.
By okay, maybe sometimes police officers can be a little bit intimidating. I'm asking you as a security guard and the superintendent,
I follow
assistant
laws.
superintendent.
I'm listening to you.
So can you please either give us ID, and could you please turn the camera on my face, please? I would appreciate it.
Well, it's not in your face. I record everything I do. I have 2 cameras on at all times.
Okay.
I record everything I do.
But
That's just
are
nothing
you
personal against you.
Right, but it seems personal. All we do action is for ID. Can you help us out with that?
But all I'm saying is that how can I give you ID, sir? I'm trying to be reasonable with you.
Okay.
How can I give you ID when a law enforcement officer can't compel me
Because
legally?
I'm trying to de-escalate the situation.
Yeah,
maybe a law enforcement is intimidating, and I'm trying to.
I'm peacefully filming. That's all. I'm exercising my rights here. That's all I'm doing. I don't want to make any problems. I've talked to several people here, and they had no problem with me filming.
But this is private property. Do you understand what private property is?
It's not private property at all. This is public property. This is open to the public. This is
with ID. With ID, sir.
no. Where is the policy that says I have to give ID to enter this building?
I have ID.
Where's the Can I see the policy where it says I have to show my driver's license in order to enter this building?
You want de-escalation, but by you being so evasive and asking all these questions,
Sergeant, standing up for my rights.
it actually escalates a little more than it needs to be.
Sergeant, standing up for my rights is being evasive. I have a right.
He's already told you the policy, right? Just because you don't want to believe the policy
Yeah.
doesn't mean you're right.
No, I just want. I'm asking to see the policy where I have to hand over my driver's license to be in the building. That's all I'm asking. If I will hand you over my driver's license.
First of all, you don't have a mask. It says require a mask. You don't have a mask.
You don't have a mask.
Listen, I'm vaccinated. Do you show me that you're vaccinated?
So now I have to show you that I'm vaccinated?
Or do you have a mask? See,
I have a
we try.
mask. I have a mask. I have a mask.
So we're
I have a
asking
mask.
about policies.
I have a mask. I'm gonna put
Okay,
the mask
now,
on.
so you followed that policy, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now the next policy.
Because I saw that on the door.
Listen, the next policy right here is for you to show ID.
Where does it say that?
Listen, right here, all visitors must sign in with your phone, email, and ID. So that's all we ask.
That doesn't mean that I have to hand over my identification.
We're not handing. We just want to see it.
No, but
we need to record it.
But listen, that's violating my constitutional rights. And I know that you're saying that I'm being evasive, Sergeant. But at the end of the day, that's just me exercising my rights.
Excuse me.
Is that the right phone number for you that you wrote down there?
Sir, I really don't even want to answer any more questions because you guys are being really hot.
You're getting fake information.
You guys.
That's not your real number. You're falsifying information. Now.
That falsifying information to a law enforcement officer is a crime. That is a crime. Falsifying.
That's a government form, sir. That's a government piece of paper.
Can you articulate the crime? Yeah. What crime have I committed? Articulate
You
it.
wrote down a wrong name.
Can you?
Wrong number.
You're a law enforcement officer. Articulate the crime I've committed.
We've done it several times. You have.
What is the crime? I want to hear
I
it.
just said you wrote false information.
But what crime is that? That's all I'm asking you.
But
If you tell me what crime it
we
is,
pointed out to you the procedure and the policy and the sign. You're denying that. Everything we tell you, you're just denying. So we're
no,
going
but you're
in
not.
circles.
You're not telling me a
Provide the
crime though. You're
information,
not
you have to
articulating
leave.
a crime.
Sir, you have to provide the information. You have to leave. You're free to leave.
Are you telling me, Sergeant?
Are you happy that you got what you wanted?
No, I'm not. I'm not, Sergeant. Are you telling me that I'm?
You got your scene.
Are you giving me a lawful order to leave?
Yes, you have to leave. You're not following policy of the
Sergeant, I'm gonna confirm with your sergeant. Is that all right with you?
If you will not follow their policy, you have to leave.
So you're giving me a lawful order to leave?
To leave, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. No problem.
Have a nice day.
Have a good day.
Appreciate it.
No problem. You guys are all gonna get complaints on you.
All right, we appreciate it, but have a nice day. All right. Thank you.
So what policy did I break, sir? Can you just tell me? Can you explain to me? So when I'm gonna come back here tomorrow.
Okay.
So
You see what the sign
I
says?
wanna
All
know.
visitors. All right. Thank you. Hold the door. Appreciate it.
that blue line, that's a desecration of the flag, man.
Have a nice day. All right. Appreciate it. Good.
Can you tell me what policies?
Listen,
reasonably. I left
see
the building.
everything. You see
I
what
have
this
left
is?
the building. I just want to know what policies tomorrow when I come back.
Okay, the
do I need
mask, ID, and everything else like that, and we appreciate.
But where is
everything.
the ID? Can you show me where it says I have to provide ID?
How do we know who you are? I have ID.
Does everybody who walked through this door provide you
Yes.
an ID?
Yes.
No, I saw 3 people walk in.
Well, listen,
So what
listen.
is it? What
Thank
is it
you. I
then?
appreciate it.
What is it then?
That's it.
They didn't provide ID. Why do I have to provide ID?
All right, have a good
All
day.
right. Have a nice day, sir.
Why do I have to provide ID?
Appreciate
Just
it.
so you know, I'm only doing this under threat of arrest by you, Sergeant. Sergeant, can I get your name? I never got your name.
Sergeant.
Your name's Sergeant?
Yeah.
Oh, your name's Sergeant. Very cool.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a nice day.
Very cool. Can I get your name, please? But sir, until you identify yourself, that's just a costume to me.
See?
That's just a costume.
I have to identify myself,
because
but you don't have to?
Because you uphold the
you don't
law.
have to.
You're a law enforcement. I'm not a law enforcement. If I
You can
was
read my name, and it's on
what
the
if
camera
what
right
if what if I couldn't read? What if I couldn't read? That's just a costume. Until you identify yourself to me as a police officer, I can buy that on. I can buy that on
You've already called me
eBay.
Sergeant, so you know I'm a police officer.
Well, I noticed your
You've
stripes.
You've already acknowledged.
I've acknowledged that I acknowledge that you're
Stop
pretending
going in
to be a
circles.
sergeant.
It's
That's what I've
annoying to
done.
go on in circles.
I mean,
it's very annoying. But I'm just.
I
Gonna
think
let you know,
I found my constitutional rights being
but I just wanna
violated
let you know,
annoying.
You don't think you violated anything by going to unauthorized areas?
I did not go in unauthorized areas. I did not.
Now,
I
it's
went
all
into
on camera.
public. Okay.
It's all on camera.
Exactly.
So, I'm just gonna tell you, you could be arrested for possible trespassing, going into unauthorized areas, especially after leaving fake information.
That's not none of those are crimes.
But I'm just like trespass.
I wasn't in a restricted area. There has to be notice.
Well, like I said,
You know the law, Sergeant. There has to be notice
But like I
or a
said, there's
sign.
Cameras, but if you're caught,
But if
going
there's
into
no sign,
listen. Apparently, you don't like reading signs because you already passed these signs that
No.
you say there's no policies, but there are many signs. You walk
you
past
do
at
not have
least
to
three
give. You
different
do not have to
signs
give your
with
ID.
policies.
So how can a public Sergeant, just think rationally for a minute. How can they demand me to produce ID when you, as a sergeant of a police department, have no authority to demand ID from me? Does that make sense to you? Come on, let's think
Actually, it does,
logically
because
here.
this is a facility with closed doors that you are probably trying to get to.
It's not closed doors. These are open to the public. I have business to conduct here.
What business?
I have to fill out FOIA Freedom of Information Act with the town clerk.
But did you go do that?
I was going to.
Did you go?
until
Did you go straight to that office?
I got stopped by your officers.
Did you go straight to that office?
No, because I'm also
Exactly.
working on gathering content
That
for a
right there,
story.
that
Freedom of the
alone-
press.
That alone.
Just
by
because
you
I didn't go
not
there
going-
first?
Yeah, you said you had business to take care of.
I
You
do.
didn't go take care of your business.
I have other business too, as far as gathering content for my story.
Well, that's up to you.
I don't understand.
That's
I just
you.
don't get it. You walked in there without a mask.
Because I'm vaccinated.
I'm vaccinated. So why can't I go in there without a mask if I'm vaccinated?
Well, he said if you can prove you're vaccinated.
Did you show him come on, this is a double
We
standard.
have
You
a
didn't
list
show
of people
him.
who are vaccinated.
But you didn't prove to him. He's going based off your word because you have a badge. I'm not, listen, you think I'm trying to be like confrontational with you. I'm really
Actually,
not.
You are.
How? By exercising my rights? That you took an oath to uphold the Constitution. As a man, you should take that seriously.
As a man. As a man? Why,
Yeah,
why me being a man? Why does that have to?
Because you're being an oath breaker. You're breaking you took an oath, right? You took an oath to uphold the law and uphold the Constitution. And then you allow this guy to come in here. I can understand why he's coming in here escalating everything. He's coming over here. Look, you guys don't care. I get it. But one day there's going to be legal accountability with you guys. And you guys, people are going to see what you're doing and they're going to hold you accountable through legal channels.
You did not want to follow policy. They wanted you to leave.
Policy? Are you policy enforcement? No, you're not. But you enforce the policy today.
It's no different if we went to a store, say Stop and Shop, somebody was in there and they didn't want to offer their services. They have every right. They call us to help
The big difference with that, with Sergeant, is Redner, is that Stop and Shop is a private business. They can do what they like with their property. This is my property. This is public property. This is my property, just like it's everybody's property. So how can I be trespassed from my own property? You're going, listen, this is not gonna, you think that this is gonna like end well and you guys are gonna come out here like the victors and triumph over the guy with the camera?
You're trying to avoid what I said before.
What?
You left out the part where I said you could be trespassed for going into the unauthorized areas.
I did not go into it. You have no proof that I did, and I didn't.
I told you.
But you have no proof.
So don't leave that part out.
But you can't enforce a law that you have no proof of.
If they look on camera, which there are cameras in the hall, and they see that you went into unauthorized areas that are signed.
Yeah, that are signed. There you go.
Then you could be.
That didn't.
And but I'm just telling you what could happen.
Okay.
I didn't say you're going to be.
I understand.
I said if you are caught going into unauthorized areas, filming people in those areas, any documentation, anything.
This is a constitutionally protected activity. I'm press. I'm an independent journalist.
I'm just letting you know.
Do you have a press pass?
I don't need it. What agency issues press passes? What government agency issues press passes, sir?
Because bloggers do not have the same rights as actual press.
You're sadly mistaken. I'm not a blogger. I'm an independent journalist.
I'm just letting you know.
And there's
do you have any kind
you
of
don't need,
credential?
you don't, what agents? Can you point me in the agency?
But do you have any kind of credential that says that you are an official journalist?
So,
blah, 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 blah.
you mean just like a business card I can print out at FedEx and just hand to you?
But you can't provide anything.
But why should I have to? This is America.
Because just like you just said, oh, well, they're taking your word that you're vaccinated. I'm supposed to just take your word and you're an official journalist?
Yeah, that's the law. That's the law.
The law doesn't say I have to believe you.
The law says you have to uphold our rights, and I have the right to freedom of press.
If you are an official journalist, but you can't.
I am
prove
an.
You can't prove it.
It's the citizen's right of freedom of press.
Well, why won't you prove it then?
But why do I don't need to. That's the point. I don't need to. You have.
too.
All right, well,
Yeah, you have freedom
I
of
just
press
wanna-
as well.
I want to
You can
congratulate you for getting the filmage that the scene
Yeah.
that you wanted.
I called you guys, right?
I congratulate.
I called you guys,
You
right?
got what you
I
wanted.
escalated the situation like this guy over here,
You
right?
got what you wanted.
No, that wasn't me. That was you and you. You guys escalated it. Not so much you, but definitely him. He's the type of. He's definitely the guy who gets, you know. You just go crazy off the rip, right? Come on, man. You gotta be tranquil. I'm not getting angry with you guys. You guys calm down. That's how you guys stay safe out there. You guys gotta utilize all that de-escalation training you get, the whole 3 hours you guys get. You gotta utilize that when you come in contact with a public citizen. You guys are public servants, right? So you guys are here to protect and serve. Who are you protecting and serving here today, sir? Who?
All those
You're
that felt very uncomfortable by what you were doing.
What crime is uncomfortable?
The woman said you made him feel uncomfortable. Why were you standing outside the bathroom?
So what? I was not standing outside. You guys are just lying, man. You guys are just lying. You guys are lying. Wow. I got 2 cameras on me, buddy. You can't lie. Where's your cameras? You guys should be having body cameras. Where are they at? Not enough money in the budget? You guys are making too much?
No, we've got them.
Why aren't you wearing them?
Yet. They're coming.
It's good for transparency, man. You know, listen, the chief is not going to like what you did here today. You might think and the public at large is not going to like what you guys did here
We
today.
don't have chiefs.
Whoever, the commissioner, right? Okay. The commissioner, the public at large is not going to like what you guys did here today. This is not something that's acceptable. You cannot just throw a journalist out of a public building under threat of arrest. You know what that leads to? Litigation. That leads to lawsuits. I'm not looking for that, but you're forcing me because you used your power.
Do you think we're looking for that?
I mean, obviously, you used your power to remove me from a public building while engaging in a constitutionally protected activity. You can't say you didn't know because I'm explaining it to you. You know, you lose qualified immunity once you know it's qualified. You have to qualify for it. So I'm just telling you, you're not going to come out looking good in all this. I'm telling you, I know you don't care. I know, hey, whatever. I got a police union. I have this and that. I understand you don't care. And you got obviously nothing better to do than to be here. But I guess that's the way you guys want to waste the taxpayer dollars.
Public service is when people feel uncomfortable by being filmed in certain areas. And they call us for assistance. That's why we're here. Apparently you made people feel very uncomfortable filming them in the building, which you gave false information as to who you were.
I didn't. How would you know that? How would you even know that? You're making assertions.
Is your name Good Samaritan?
You're making assertions you couldn't possibly know. Listen, nobody asked you to chime in here. I'm talking with the sergeant. You can, but nobody asked you to. All right. Listen, you guys aren't doing your job.
Is he good here?
Yeah.
All right, so he's real innocent. So let's go. They want me to give a statement.
Yeah. So why? I mean, I guess you're in charge, right? I guess he's in charge. I don't know. Oh, so you're the supervisor.
He's going to write the report.
Yeah, it sucks for him. I'll be getting that report to see exactly what he says, and I'll also be getting all of your personnel files because guess what? You guys just messed with the wrong guy. I'm not the guy to violate their rights. You shouldn't violate my rights.
Are you trying to threaten us right now?
With legal action, of course. It's legal action. Yeah, that's not a threat. That's just what I'm telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take legal action against your department and you individually because you just violated my rights knowingly. I told you I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. That's crime 18 USC 242, violation of rights under color of law. That's a federal law. I'll be going to the FBI. I know you guys don't care. Look at you guys. You guys are happy. Look at you guys. You guys are happy. You just kicked out a man with a camera who has not been cursing, who has not been screaming, who has not threatened anybody. I have not broken any laws. You guys can't even articulate a crime I've committed. But yet I'm sitting outside of a city hall because you guys told me, you sergeant, specifically you told me if I did not leave, you were going to arrest me. You gave me a lawful order to leave. That's what you said on camera. So I'm just telling you, you might end up regretting that statement legally.
Actually, if you remember correctly, you said if you don't follow the policy of handing in, giving your information, then you have to leave. I said yes.
You have no evidence that I didn't give my information. You have no evidence. You have no reasonable articulable suspicion that I have not committed
So
a,
I
that
don't
I've
have
committed a
any
crime.
reasonable suspicion that your name is not Good Samaritan and the phone number that we called didn't come back to anything?
So what is that? So
It's fake
can
information. It's false
some,
information.
can somebody, is that a crime?
Yes.
No, it's not. You're wrong. You guys need to learn. That's not a crime. No, it's not. You giving your identity under arrest. When I'm under arrest, it's sad that I know more than you guys. When you're arresting me, if I give you false information, that, my friend, is a crime. That is a crime. That is not a crime. Yes, of course.
Is that a government record, that sign-in sheet at the city hall?
I don't know what it is.
Would it be
I
safe to
don't.
assume
I know
that
it's not constitutional. That's what I do know.
No, it's a sign-in sheet at a government building.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
provided false information on that.
So what law is that? Can you articulate it for me?
False personation.
False what?
False personation.
Falsifying government record in the second
Falsifying government record.
degree. Yes, in the second degree.
It's not a government record. That's not a government record. This is not.
Now,
This
that's
is.
your opinion.
You're talking about writing statements against people and giving your
That is a
information
record
wrong to law
maintained by the
enforcement.
city government. Is it
I'm
not?
all open for a dial. Yeah, but what does that mean? There is no law backing it up. There is no
I just
law.
told you what law that is, sir.
Yeah, but that's not a government. That's just a COVID. That's a COVID sign-in
Sign-in
sheet.
that's been here, sir.
That's
If
been
you
here-
disagree
it's
that
been
that
here
record is a
since the start of the
record,
building.
if you disagree that that's a record, we're at an impasse. But I'm telling you that is a
What
record
I'm saying is,
maintained
how
by
could
the
you
city.
ever verify whose name is what? You can't compel people to give ID, right? Without reasonable article of suspicion, correct? So how, if I wrote whatever I wrote, I'm not even saying I wrote good citizen. That's not what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is that,
Well, that's what security is telling us, that
Okay.
you signed in as good citizen.
okay, that's what they're telling you, right? So what I'm saying is, if I wrote down John James,
That would be more believable, yes, and I would be less suspicious of that. Yes.
Oh, okay. So, and that would be okay, because you couldn't, how would you confirm it?
I wouldn't, and we wouldn't be
That's
here
the
right
point. That's the point.
now. But we also called the number you put down. And
That's a point.
came
That's the
back to
point.
nothing.
Yeah, but it doesn't say you have to give a valid number. It doesn't say any
I
of those
just said
things.
you wrote a false document, correct?
It doesn't matter, man. That's
You're
that's
just
not.
disagreeing on the law.
I am disagreeing. I am.
We've reached
I'm.
an impasse. If you
Yeah,
wanna- I know
I'm
you've
disagreeing on the
researched certain
law.
laws to recite to us.
Yeah.
If you wanna check
No,
that
I do.
one
This is
later.
what I do. This is what I do. So I know the law, and I'm telling you. I'm telling you that I'm not breaking any laws right now. I'm telling you that.
You should check
You
that.
can't. A law can't violate your constitutional rights. The Fourth Amendment grants us the right against searches and seizures.
I have not searched or seized you, sir. You've been
Seizure
doing this entire time.
law is seizure of identity. That is a seizure of my identity to enter in a public building. You're seizing my identity. This is not. Think about it.
That's
In
not
North
seizure.
Korea, yes, it is. Yes, it is. You're seizing the identity. You're seizing the identity. I'm telling you. And then also, this is not North Korea or Venezuela where you
Make it
guys can
clear,
go
sir,
around.
You were never placed under arrest. You were
Yeah.
to comply with the building's policy or leave.
Yeah, no, I was told under threat of arrest.
Yes.
Under threat of arrest that to leave a
Although
public
this
to
building is
leave
owned by the
my building.
public, there are people entitled to the protection of this building.
Nobody has an expectation of privacy in public, sir.
Sir, the commissioner, I believe he's the commissioner of the school district who is housed in this building,
Mhm.
told you you have to comply or you are trespassing. Is that not true?
Comply with what? He said with giving my name. He said with
Okay,
giving my ID.
because you didn't
He
do
told
that.
me unless I give him my, I'm very a stickler for details. He said if you don't give me your ID, you will have to leave.
Okay.
Giving your ID to enter a public building is unlawful because how would you, if you don't have a right to ask, if you saw me walking on the street, you
Clearly
couldn't.
and obviously provided a false name.
Ma'am, are you trying to come in? You can come in, man.
It's become very clear and obvious that your name is not good citizen. Okay?
To you, obvious to you.
Yes. Reasonable, you said, correct? That's the threshold here, is reasonable. It is a reasonable person, you or me,
But
believe that you are not named
but
good
it's not a
citizen.
crime. It's not a crime, man. It's not a
It is
crime.
absolutely a crime to put false information on the government record, and we're talking in circles here, okay?
I'm just telling you it's not. I'm just telling you it's not.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
You've been told not to go back in there.
I think he's got enough
Yeah.
footage.
So is this your call too?
Have a good day, sir. It was a
It's
pleasure
true.
to meet you.
Yeah. No, you'll be seeing me again. I got a lot of follow up for you guys. Look, they came out in the critical incidents. They really came out here with a critical incident unit truck. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 police cars. You saw how many police officers were here? Completely insane. Completely insane. All right, guys. So we're just getting out of the city hall here in New Rochelle, New York. As you guys just saw, like 7 to 8 officers arrived on scene here for a man with a camera. Did you see the way that they freaked out in there? Did you see the way that I was unlawfully trespassed from City Hall for simply refusing to give my identification? That was my crime. My quote-unquote crime was to refuse to identify myself with my license or any other documentation. I wrote down good citizen. I wrote down my number. I showed it to you guys, 631-555-1297. You know, that's a real number, I'm sure. But, you know, I gave them my name. I told them my purpose. You know, I couldn't have been nicer to them. But as you know, the police just want to escalate. That's what it seems like. No matter where I'm at, they don't know who I am here in New Rochelle. But it just seems like they want to escalate things. I don't know why. For what purpose? Who are they protecting and serving? Why are they breaking the oath that they took to uphold the Constitution and to uphold our rights? Why? Why am I finding that everywhere I go, they are violating my rights, violating our rights? It's unacceptable. And it's like, how many different legal battles am I going to be fighting here in the courtroom, in civil court for litigation? You know, I'll definitely be writing the city manager a letter. I'll be filing complaints. You guys know me. I do all the follow-up, all the grunt work, writing all the complaints out, taking care of everything. You know, it's just the way I handle it. But anyways, guys, as always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.